Okay, right on schedule. I have a number of announcements that I have to go through first. The first issue of the Flat Earth Report is ready to go out. I was using a certain site called Blurb. It's for creating magazines, that kind of thing. And their shipping times are ridiculous. So I might, after this first issue, migrate to, I don't know, probably just Create Space. But anyway, no big deal. What's up, Peanuts Clark? And so what we're going to do first is please take note, Fake X, SpaceX, balloon launch. First link in the video description. Which IPS is this, says Deep Inside the Rabbit Hole? Yeah, I've got a lot of clones. In fact, let me start off talking about the clones. I want to say thank you to all of my impersonators. The YouTube clones, I mean, of course, they're just, you know what they're doing. But when they're building these accounts, they're spending a lot of time mirroring my links, my images, putting my personal information on there. And so I look at these as love letters. So every troll account that you create is a love letter to me. I feel like it's just like having secret admirers. You're my anti-fans. So all of you basement dwellers, trolls, government shills, Agent Smiths, Agent Smithettes, and flying monkeys, thanks for the attention. Let's see what else we have to go into. Red Pill Philosophy, if you're listening, we have revoked your Red Pill credentials. Until further notice, you will be referred to as Purple Pill Philosophy, or Durple Pill, depending on how charitable we're feeling. Alright, so far we have 121 people watching. Blimp launch is about to start. Very, very good. Let's see what else we had going on. Oh yes, that's right. The arrival of the Emperor Penguin. A couple of things I wanted to bring up about this character. I got an anonymous warning, I guess you could call it. Let me go ahead and put this on the screen for you. An anonymous email warning us about Fepe, who is really the newest iteration of the now obsolete Pepe the Frog. You might consider him to be the mascot or the totem animal of the Flat Earthers. It says, open letter to all Flat Earthers, do not engage with penguin memes. The recent arrival of Fepe is a sign of just how deep the Masonic infiltration goes. Look at those eyes. How many dots do you see? 3 and 3. 33. Look at the beak. Orange in Chaldean numerology equals 33. It also makes a Masonic square if you look at it. Look at the widow's peak, a reference to Hiram, the Masonic Christ and the son of the widowed Isis. And the widow's peak makes an M for Mason. And the colors, black and white. Again, it's all a mockery. Delete and ignore all penguin memes. And that's from Anonymous. I don't know who sent that. Hey, what's up, Moz? He says, love thy flat earth. I like that sentiment, by the way. And I love your avatar. So if you want to send me anonymous warnings or letters or whatever, it's infiniteplainsociety@gmail.com. I did want to mention that the Research Flat Earth billboard is a go. It's going to launch on Wednesday, June 7th, and for 1 week, this 20-foot by 60-foot digital billboard will say, Research Flat Earth to all of those on their way out of the airport. So these people will go on their planes, they'll look at the flat horizon for a few hours, marveling at how flat it is. They're going to land, and they're going to see this. 338,000 people will see this. And that's going to be Wednesday the 7th. Okay. Now, here we go. I would hope that you all have Twitter accounts. If you don't, you should probably open one. It doesn't take very long. Captain Underpants says penguin equals 33. Yep, it's true. It's all encoded. It's all mockery. IPS, can the billboard flash? Hey, we were going to do the billboard animated because they gave you the option, but in certain areas you can't. So apparently you can't have a bright yellow Research Flat Earth sign flashing near an airport. I'm not sure why, but in some places you can, like in Kansas or something, where they already know it's flat. What's up, Jonathan? Here we go, Martin. You're added to the Wrench Squad. And to those of you who've been blocked inadvertently by moles or whatever, I've done my best to find your accounts and add you to mod status. If you haven't been added, just leave a comment or email me, and make sure you put a link to your user account. And okay, one other thing before we get started here. The reason why we're so productive and effective is we don't tolerate certain types of visitors. We don't tolerate trolls, for one thing. We don't tolerate them by name. We don't talk about their names. We don't give them any credit. No feeding the trolls, no narcissistic supply. So we'll just refer to them, as trolls, not by name, because they want name brand recognition. So this live stream is NSFT, not safe for trolls. We don't allow Bible thumpers, globe thumpers, Mein Kampf thumpers, no commies, and especially no naysayers. Naysayers are at the top of this dung heap. You catch somebody naysaying, wrench them. If they have a wrench, point them out. We shouldn't have any. If you've made it this far, if you're wearing the blue, if you've got the wrench, if you're a mod, you've already been vetted. So I don't expect any problems from any people who already have wrenches. But you can't be too paranoid. It's better to actually send 10 innocent people to the Banhammer dungeon than to let one troll get free, because one troll can do a lot of damage. I know this. I used to be one. What's up, Truth Hack? Oh, got deleted. Okay, so we covered this. Good shot, makes licks. Quick on the draw. I've been trying to beat you to this. Every time somebody pops up, I'm like, I reach for the mouse, and before I get my finger on the button, somebody knocks him out. T90 seconds. Okay, let's go look at the space launch. I'm gonna broadcast the link to it is on the description, and so I'm gonna go ahead and broadcast it on my monitor. If you don't want to go anywhere. Second attempt, SpaceX. There we go. They're warming that thing up. Look, why do they even bother concealing what that thing actually is? Just paint it flesh-colored already. These stupid space dildos. Okay, let's see who's in here. I see Road FFM, Cool Mountain, Ian Walton. There's a lot of fanboys in here. Make sure you use the what do you call it? Sorry, I'm blocking your screen. Make sure you use the @ symbol and refer to people directly.
AFTS is ready for launch.
This is launch CRS 11.
VC and DC verify F9 and Dragon R.
They got the super chat on.
Startup. Gas closeouts are complete. Stage 2 is pressing for flight. LD verify go for launch. Go for launch.
Okay, let's hope for the worst. Flat Earth Disseminator. What's up, John Cordone? Hit the first link that you see underneath the video description so you can watch live what we're watching. They're fluffing it. They're slow. Are they they're deleting messages, so they're actually filtering the chat. Toto Cult. The link is the link right in the video description, the very first top link. I'll post it again.
7, 6,
6, 5, 4. Get ready to hug everybody and jump up and down and high five. 3, 2. I hope there's a breeze. I hope there's a 9-mile-per-hour hurricane. Cross your fingers. 4,889 people watching, and only 109 thumbs down. What's up, Poopy Pants 69? It's the year, not the position. What's up, Agent Bill Wilson, Macro Cloud, History Deception? Everyone's saying fake. Flat Earth Mexican, Undead Mage, Globe Exit. C Nose, Blaze It Up. 3, 2, 1. It's flat. Fake. Everyone's saying Earth. This is good. Steamy Space Dildo. Oscar Team laughs. Fepe the Penguin says research. Flat Earth. Yes, it is flat. Deep inside the rabbit hole, so fake. SpaceX is fake. That's a loud helium balloon. Is this thing still working? Did I hit pause? What's going on here? What did I miss? Okay, oh shit, I missed the launch. Damn. Okay, here we go. Tactical Penis inbound, says Bobby Joe Gaming. Thumbs it down, guys. 127. Let's get it under 200. Fat Glenn Clark Earth says fake AF. Globe exit. Fake, it's a balloon. It's a rocket-propelled cylindrical blimp. Phelps symbol going up, 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 away using helium. Flat it is, said Isra. Everybody knows what this thing is. Yeah, freight train, it's a good one. Steamy space dildo. I'm seeing a couple of Fepe penguins in here. Flat pool says moon landing's a hoax. Looks like it's coming back. Yeah, it's already going sideways. Let's see if it bends. I was hoping for a little breeze to throw this thing off and get it caught in the power lines. It's a blimp, people. Oh, here we go. Here we go with the fake CGI stuff. Morgan Ellis, they blocked you. Jack Slater, they blocked you. You commented once Instaband. Okay, they got this on lockdown.
We have Nico 1. Stage separation initiated.
The SpaceX fanboys are censoring us.
And back ignition confirmed. Stage 1.
So is that aluminum foil? Or what is it that wrap around the side of it? Oh, there's the curve. I see the curve. Alright, Flat Earth, put everything away. Now, is that supposed to be the moon back there? What is that? Or is it a bubble? Now we know this whole part here is all just insert shot. This is already filmed in advance. This is not like even close to being live or anything. Earth is an infinite plane. Wake up, bubbles in space, says Dustin. Terraplana says, what BS? Zach Elliott, Flat Earth. Neocentrism is real. Research Flat Earth. Garbage bag liner, says Codabot. Yeah, that's garbage bag liner. That's what I thought. But they filmed this in advance. This is so fake. But look on the left. Look how flat that horizon is. You know, what is that, 500 miles? How many 500-mile sections of flat horizon does it take to make a globe? Uh-oh, I think they just spilled the beans. Look at the camera on the left. That thing is flat. What's up, ball breakers? Click the link in the description, or I'll post it again. We're watching the SpaceX rocket-propelled blimp. Oh, looks like they got the fisheye on. So now they're going to come back and land on a barge, right? Any 9-year-old with a camcorder and some silly putty can do this, I agree. The globe is in your head, all bold, Flat Earth Berserker. Nice work. Do it in bold, it really stands out. If they ban you, it means you're doing something right. Steven, oh nice, this is good. We got a super chat in here. Stephen Jean BA, LOL, if you guys fall for this, I'm disappointed. The camera flipped to CGI. Pay attention. Rockets come back down to Earth into the ocean. Good call. Let's see if they delete that. Yesterday they were deleting, or 2 days ago, on the first attempt, they were deleting our super chats. What's up, Dustin? If you want to join us, we're watching the SpaceX cartoon, which follows the rocket-propelled blimp launch. There were no 9-mile-per-hour hurricanes today, so they went ahead and went with the launch, even though we were watching. And they are monitoring our comments. And if that hashtag goes trending, if the SpaceX goes trending, we're going to have to go back and retweet all of those magnificent memes that have been flooding the zone. Okay, it's coming back to Earth. What's up, archetypal existence? Philip Kokesh, exit ball Earth. Exactly. Exactly. This is ball worship. Remember, this is cremation of care. It's funny, it's ridiculous, it's stupid, it's cartoony, but it's also the religion of ancient mystery, the ancient mystery religion of, you'd call it fertility or phallic worship, solar phallic deity. Ball. Oh, they deleted your super chat. Good hit. Yeah, Baal just means Lord. It's the same as Osiris. It's the same as any sun god. Falcon 9. Falcon's the name of Horus, the son of Isis and Osiris. Oh, there we go. I think I just saw a bat fly by the screen. What's up, Mark Fanning? Click the link. You will see that we are watching this SpaceX rocket. Okay, now see, the thing is, on the right screen you're looking at CGI, but the one that you're going to see landing, this is indeed the space blimp. Here we go. Here comes the rocket-propelled blimp, and I guess they're just going to land it. Probably somewhere far out of sight. Good job on getting your super chat deleted. They wouldn't delete it if they weren't threatened by that information. I think this landing will be on land. I hope it bends like a weenie, like it usually does. Okay, looks like it's 10 kilometers. What's up, History Deception? The link I posted, again, I'll post it here again. This is where we're watching the SpaceX balloon landing. Oh yeah, it's this one. There's not going to be more than one shot. Look, they have one camera on a tripod. SpaceX needs Kubrick. This looks bad, says Drew Ortega. I agree 100%. They should just outsource this to Hollywood. Here comes the Falcon 9, aka Horus, aka Obelisk. This is like cheesier than those old Godzilla flicks. Defund all space programs, exactly. Insert CGI. Well, see, this isn't CGI. This is, oh my god, that has to be CGI. You know how this looks to me? It looks like, what was that old TV show? The Land Before Time?
Stage 1 evidence of shutdown. LZ1
Fake
has landed.
AF.
Proceed with initial safety.
Fake X.
Procedure 11.100. Section
The Wizards of Oz have pulled it off. They did another magic trick. We'll see if how many people actually take this thing seriously. They got 5,353 watching, and most of the comments are laughing at it.
Stage 2 propulsion remains nominal.
These comments on the right. Did you see that? I had to be digitally inserted. On the left, there was the wings. You saw a hawk pass by the screen. That's got to be fake. The hawk has to be fake. The reason why I say so, hey, good job, Stephen Jean. He says SpaceX is fake. They banned me for super chat. I got that. I got it. We saw that. Good job. I saw a hawk fly in front of the camera on the left. Now I'm talking about Horus being the falcon, or the hawk-headed god, son of Isis and Osiris. They inserted a digital hawk into the camera. That was so fake. It's all a cult. Deep inside the rabbit hole, $5. This is 100% fake. Research NASA fraud. YouTube, ODD reality, infinite plane society. Putting his money where his mouth is. Let's see how long that stands up. You know they're reading it right now. And like, what is this? And if they go to your channel, you know, hey, by the way, you can post links in the super chats. I didn't know that before. Looks like the garbage bag liner is tearing. Ooh, I think it melted. We got Fepe World Peace. I appreciate that comment. Here's your wrench for that one. You're a mod. Oh look, it's real. All the globies looking at the screen, they think that's real. They're like, wow, look at the Earth. Nice birdie, says Morky. Exactly, nice birdie.
Expected acquisition of signal.
If you're in this chat room, we're just kind of watching the rocket-propelled blimp / obelisk. This is like the cremation of care. It's an occult ritual. Oh, good job, deep inside the rabbit hole. They deleted your super chat. They'll take your money, but they won't let you post your message. It's a blowtorch with tinfoil in front of a screen. I agree. Oh, it looks like I see our good friend Fepe here saying, a kid with Play-Doh and a camera can do better than this. Maz Palenko. Let's see how long it takes him to delete it. Hey, look, there's the garbage. Look, it looks like the garbage can liner did in fact melt because it's not in the garbage can that's dropping. And this one deleted. Okay, you still got yours up. So far I've seen about $20 in super chats get their messages scrubbed. Good job deep inside the rabbit hole with the ODD TV shout out. Good job. Got your super chat deleted. There, for all the globies, that's the planet Earth. They think that's real. They totally buy into that. Here we go with more insert shots. Are those bubbles? No. That's debris. It's digital. This isn't underwater yet. That's absolutely digitally inserted effects, though. We're watching a movie right now. 4,835 people are watching a movie about an obelisk being sent into the sky, which represents the goddess. It's an old story. They just put a modern veneer on it. I've been doing this thing forever. The Pope does it 3 times a day. Watch, when are they going to start jumping and humping each other? I'm such a germaphobe, I could never work for NASA or SpaceX. Watch, they go into an orgiastic revelry whenever the thing lands or whatever. And I think it's part of the ceremony. And look at those nerds outside the window. Like zombies, just like Night of the Living Dead. Message deleted. Seriously, if you get your super chat taken down, that's like a badge of honor. C-Note blazing it up says, notice the concave earth. What's up, Tattooed Mac? Reality Ninja? We're watching the... What would you call this? I don't want to say that. Hey, what's up, Mark Sargent? Mark Sargent, for those of you who just arrived, is the real ones here, although we haven't determined whether or not he is, in fact, anything more than CGI and hologram, video compositing, and who knows what else. The face could be digitally inserted with augmented virtual reality. But we do know that he is our very own Guy Fawkes. Mark Sargent's the Guy Fawkes of Flat Earth. He's the open source activist. You can all claim to be Mark Sargent, especially when you get arrested for spray painting Flat Earth on the side of a bus. Okay, what are we watching now? This is the part where I think it's underwater. Why aren't SpaceX cameras 4K? Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Why aren't they 4K? And something else. Why do we only get one long distance shot of the thing landing? There should be drones with cameras recording it from all over the place. What's up, Mr. Drobot? Master Shepherd, research colon flattery. Love colon flattery. Colin, excuse me. He's someone who really understands the media bias and how the media incites all of these divide and conquer strategies, race wars, how they push narrative over fact and only enforce a narrative that's sure to gin up more inter-community tensions. That guy's solid. He's been doing some good work. He should have 10 times the number of subscribers that he does. Post a link. Zatidic Volp says, I was flat earth bombing the SpaceX live feed off some YouTuber. Good work. Flat Trotter says, Flat Earth Nation. Look, if you look at the... Look, there's 4,486 watching. Alright, let's say 4,000 are actual fanboys. They're getting inundated. Look, here we go. Caveman 444. It's a balloon. SpaceX is forbidden by the Lord Fepe. Fepe is watching. Hashtag Flat Earth. We'll see how long that one lasts. Ooh. The end. Look at this. Comments. It's just out of control. Great job. Good work, good work. Okay, let's get back to business here. So for those of you who just arrived, we were just watching the live footage. Got some of your super chats, by the way. Let me go ahead and put that on the screen. Watching the live footage of the SpaceX launch, which they canceled a couple of days ago, because they weren't ready for us, and they were afraid that in the 9-mile-per-hour hurricane, it might get blown to the side and it would expose the charade. So they pulled the plug on it. So today was their second attempt, and they did get it to go
Journey
well.
to the International Space Station. Dragon.
283 people watching right now. Excellent, excellent. Only 24 minutes in. We got here right in time. Another SpaceX fraud perpetrated, but they were aggressively controlling the comment section. And they weren't able to. They can't. They can't really stop this thing. It's a little too late. Just wait for everyone else to get here. I see the comments are just flowing. So if you look on the screen here, I'm putting up a live chat that was before the stream. So we were actually there all day. It says, there is no measurable curvature hidden in plain sight. I have a few of these. People were submitting them all morning long. I was getting these super chats sent to me. Screen caps of super chats. Fepe the Penguin says, yo, at the end of the launch, a splash screen came on saying artistry in motion, admitting it was CGI. See, I think they legally have to admit it. I'm pretty sure of it. Yeah, that's just suspicious. And they lead you to come to your own conclusions. Kind of like when they take kids to the dinosaur museum, they lead you to think you're looking at actual skeletons. It's like it's all fake, like World Wrestling Federation. Like some people don't want to admit that they were deceived, but there's no dinosaurs. Space is fake. All of the rockets are nothing more than cylindrical blimps with rocket propulsion and sound effects and a whole lot of CGI and other types of effects. So this next one I'm bringing up on the screen, another super chat. This one was from, let's see who put this one up. 1 second. I'm screen capping all of them because what they're doing is they're taking our super chats and deleting them, which means the message is getting out and they don't want people to read this. I mean, how insecure are they that they don't want their viewers to see somebody saying that that's not a rocket, it's a blimp? To me, that sounds like they're pretty threatened. 315 watching right now. 315 watching. Excellent. Looks like most of you are probably back from over there. Jack Slater, what'd you just say? Got to get some plants on the scene where they're broadcasting. Yeah, you were the one that emailed me. We need a whole bunch of people to show up at all their launches, but they seem so closed. Like, to me, it looks like a movie set, like a closed movie set. Why does it take so long to dock? NASA said it won't dock until Monday. Why would it take 2.5 days to go 250 miles? Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, I can't wait to see it. I kind of hope that they just put an end to the whole thing. Maybe this will be their out. They'll have like the Falcon 9 payload or whatever crash into the ISS and wreck the thing. We'll get to watch Peggy get sucked out through a hole. Mr. Drobot says temporary avatar change to help spread Fepe memes. Good call. Deep inside the rabbit hole, all 3 of your accounts got blocked. Yeah, they were waiting for us. We kind of called it in advance by holding an all-night live stream before they did it last time, and we were tweeting the heck out of them. We were flooding their hashtags, so they knew we were coming, and we wanted them to know. We wanted to see, are they going to react? Which, as you saw, they reacted. Okay, let's see what's going on with the memes here. I got so many memes I can barely keep up. And so, for those of you who missed yesterday's talk, we were talking about the need to have a meme, a mascot, some kind of symbol or icon, and we figured, we wanted something to do what Pepe did for the alt-right. And if you paid attention to the media last election cycle, you kept hearing references to this green frog, and it's kind of like a mascot, but it's very obnoxious because it's like so rudimentary and whatever. But people had these mixed reactions to it. They try to say that the frog was a symbol of racism, whatever. But we've been, looking at these purple pillars, these so-called red pillars, these faux red pillars, who are still hitting the globe crack pipe. They're still chopping up the blue pills and snorting it. They can't get that foot out of the matrix. And so we're like, hey, stop claiming red pill, because the only legitimate red pillars out there are on the flat earth. This is the ultimate red pill. If you haven't taken this, you're still on the derpal side of things. And so, we're calling these people out, and we figured, well, Pepe, the frog, who's the mascot of the alt-right, is pretty much a globe cuck. He's a globie. He's not a flat earth frog. To him, he's all about NASA and all that. He's totally deceived. He believes in all the psyops. Like, he's not far right enough. He's not far enough. By far right, I mean he's not far enough away from Big Brother. And so the next step for those people who are on the purple side of things is going full flat earth. There's no social cost. You'll gain more followers, more fans, more subscribers, and then you can start talking about more interesting things because you'll have a whole new perspective. So there's no reason to hold back on that. But we decided we needed some type of a similar mascot, and we're like, what makes more sense than the emperor penguins that guard the Antarctic wall? So we co-opted the emperor penguin, and somehow it got thrown into a vat with Chili Willy and Pepe the Frog, and here we go, staring at you right in the eyes with his Kraft American cheese slice beak, his milk mustache, his tearful eyes, his widow's peak, and his little mullet, and the red sweater, which I think the red sweater has to go. Mr. Drobot, did they ban the chat? Yeah, they did. They banned the word flat in the other chat, because you can ban words. Ninja Jaguar, the SpaceX streams use bubbles underwater as a transition screen between replays. Interesting. Does anyone else notice Fepe is wearing the Enterprise shirt? Is that what he's wearing? Well, it makes sense. Wasn't it Captain Cook who circumnavigated the ice wall? The so-called ice wall? Captain Cook, Captain Kirk. You know, like I said, this thing, that letter, the anonymous letter that was sent, was saying that this thing is rife. It is pregnant with meaning, occult meaning, symbolism. And I didn't look at it that way, but now that I do, I'm kind of a little spooked. He does look a little Trekkie. And by the way, speaking of William Shatner, we did a survey about 2 months ago. We said, between Neil Armstrong and William Shatner, who has more street cred as an actual astronaut? And we all agreed that William Shatner, because he spent more time in more simulated alien environments. And being an astronaut simply means that you pretend like you're in space in front of a camera. And so Shatner's more of an astronaut because he's gone more places. But as far as actors go, Neil Armstrong is the superior actor. He pulled it off. He's kept in character for 50 plus years. So Jason Catton says, why can you see a ship moving at 18,000 kilometers an hour but not a bullet at 4,500 kilometers per hour? Nice. What's up, Jay Leno's chin, the neocentrist? Mad Flatter, I've been blocked on my 3 accounts as well. Like your avatar. I'm getting a whole lot of penguin art sent to my email. I think that this art show in July is going to be flooded with Emperor penguins. Flat Earth Mexican, you're getting a green shirt with them on it. Yeah, that's going to be good. I can't wait. And if you haven't seen it yet, there's a really good 4-foot by 4-foot painting of this thing done by Kyle McDonald. Look at his channel. Let's see here. Lauren says, if you're not banned, you're not doing it right. Exactly. Exactly. R. Cook says, CG, that launch was disgusting. Yeah, totally fake. The landing was the launch played in reverse, says Andy Patrick. That's what it looks like to me. Honestly, that's how cheap they are. It's all a big magic show. And one of the reasons why they have so many nerds there in blue polo shirts watching and then hugging and kissing and humping, whatever, is that it's all about the bandwagon effect. If you see a bunch of people cheering, it kind of makes it look like it's real. It's like when you go watch a comedian, they'll shield up with people who will laugh through the whole thing, even at the bad jokes. Because when people hear others laughing, they feel like they should be laughing too. And so that's what they do it for. And that's why they don't want us watching. They don't want a peanut gallery. They don't want people booing it, which is what we did, which is why we shut them down the other day. Trust me, it was not the 9-mile-per-hour hurricane. But hey, as far as the footage, yeah, Deep Inside the Rabbit Hole says it's not the launch in reverse. It wouldn't surprise me if they were that cheap or they thought they could get away with it. But no, they're actually landing this thing. I just think that what they're landing looks so fake because it's not really what you think it is. It's not a big metal missile. It's a thin cylindrical blimp. In fact, someone had sent me an email, I gotta dig through it, about some former NASA scientist back in the 60s or something talking about how thin these things are. But anyway, we'll find it. I say this whole thing's been discredited. To me, SpaceX is even more egregious in how blatantly fake it is than NASA. And someone said at the end, they did say, digital artistry by so-and-so, which obviously was referring to the stars in the background, you know, that they transitioned into, but it would cover the whole thing. I think they tacitly admitted that it's all fakery. It's all a big magic show. And it's up to you whether or not you want to believe in it, which is why we have to secede from the spinning ball. We don't want to pay for this type of garbage, whether it's NASA or whatever. If it's private, we don't want this brainwashing. Validation boy, there you go, blimp for show. Steve Wide Awake, candle after. Exactly. That's what we saw. We saw a bunch of, and we don't even know if this thing was filmed in advance, like how far in advance. I mean, they're just hitting play on a button. None of us were there. Someone says we ought to go watch these launches, and I'm saying, yeah, I would like to, but you probably got to be in the right club. You know, you see blue, should make you think immediately. These are, you know, that's the color of the Masonic Blue Lodge, the low level, the front. Just make you a Linux Fepe meme on Twitter. Hey, please do. Hashtag helium space balloons. Mars and Antarctica are ironically similar, says Hoofhearted77. Now, if you look in the links at the very bottom of the video description, I'm putting recommended videos. And I haven't finished watching it, but check this one out. Why I question the currently accepted model by Jeranism. And he's going through some pictures where they were like I guess, mocking up a lunar module on a moon-like surface, and these pictures look so much like how the moon actually looked on the TV. Level head. So hey, what was the time up and down at the claimed altitude? We'll have to take a look. I didn't catch it. Camera switch to CGI. You can see glitches. Yeah, a lot of people are noticing that. It does look like it. To me, it looks like it was a CGI, and they just inserted it into a CGI scene. It didn't look the least bit realistic to me. CGI Space Xbox for sale. The Afterlife now. Kyle McDonald has a link here. Let's do this. Go flood the R Conspiracy Reddit sub with Blimp X posts, and he has a link. So I'm going to go ahead and share this link, and I'll observe these posts as they come through. So, and I'll go ahead. If you don't want to go there, it's fine. I'll share the screen. Because we're going cross-platform, by the way. One of the things we've been talking about for the last week or so is how we got to get cross-platform. We got to spread out, which is what we're doing, especially with the live streams, the 24/7 live streams. Okay, so I'm over here at reddit.com/r/conspiracy. Okay, so what you do is you just create an account. I'm just going to do that now. Infinite. Well, I got to make one, I guess. How many of you have Reddit accounts already? Hand Candy Mitten says, I even received a personal comment from SpaceX fanboy. I feel so honored. Good, they responded to you. What did he say? I did a live hangout, Flat Earth Revolution. Awesome. We'll have to check out that video. This is going to be, we have to do this. We have to do multiple live hangouts. We have to stream all the people who are watching it. We can't let them get away with shilling it with believers who are all fake. We know they don't really believe it. Or they're out of the loop and they don't know how they're deceived. How cross-platform we all go camgirl sites. That's not a bad idea. In fact, someone had mentioned that before. And it's not my thing, but I could see it working. Interesting. I don't know though. I don't know how easy it would be. I think to get listed on those sites, they'd have to check your ID and stuff, wouldn't they? There'd be laws about it. It'd be kind of hard. We're trying to not infiltrate, but we're trying to go across platforms that the general public accesses 24/7. Like YouTube is important, Facebook is important, Twitter, Reddit's good. What's up, gonna do? Fake space BS. That earns you a wrench. You are now a mod, so you can post links. Reddit is not 4chan approved. Flat Earth is not approved by anybody anywhere. Flat Earth is the least politically correct topic you could possibly ever bring up. Spiritual Notes posting a link to a new Fepe video. I'll go ahead and take a look at this for a minute.
Hi, this is Baba Joe. You're listening to Spiritual North. Today I'm going to read an article published on my website, spiritualnorth.com, entitled, Who is Fepe?
Excellent.
Who is Fepe?
Post the link to your website and we'll go through there. So I'm refreshing my browser right now on the Reddit site to see how many posts have showed up. Paul Jones says, invert the globe for art. Oh yeah, we're going to do much more than that. We're also getting pinatas. BKK Daveable says, flat earthers need to realize some, if not 80% of the sheep don't want waking. Well, the truth is, those 80% you're referring to, they are go with the flow sheeple for the most part. Not to be derisive, but literally, they just don't care. It's not an issue in their life. And so they're just going to accept whatever the facts show them. And right now, they don't know that the facts they have been given have all been distorted and lied about. So a lot of them are just going to go with their own common sense. I wouldn't underestimate them. Like when I say sheeple, I don't mean it in a derisive way, because I know that many intelligent people fall for the deceptions, and why wouldn't you? It's this echo chamber. We're born into a cult. Study cult mind control. You don't get alternative ideas or opinions. Mike Davino says, the least politically correct topic is flat earth because it's the truth. Exactly. We're at a time where being called a truther is an attack on your credibility. And someone like Lion Brian Williams doesn't lose his job after years of habitually falsifying the news. Fake news, fake science, fake. Insanity is sanity. I don't think there is an 80%. Maybe there isn't 7 billion people. Yeah, we have no reason to think there are 7 billion. We have every reason to expect that the powers that should not be would inflate the numbers to push the narrative that we're overpopulated. Because anytime they can create a problem that only government can solve, they will. Whether it's overpopulation, carbon footprints, lack of resources, it's all about controlling you. So, just as they inflate the temperatures, they say it's getting hotter, they say everything's melting, that the polar bears are drowning because of cow flatulence, we can pretty much expect that if they're telling us there's 7 billion, there's probably not. Maybe a seventh of it. Who knows? There's a number of good videos. Look up population hoax. There are a number of good videos analyzing this phenomenon, and they're looking at how would you really fit that many people? How could you actually make this work? Flat Earth or bust the dome, says pneumonia sickness. Excellent. Okay, so right now, if you're not there, I'm posting a link again. We're at this reddit.com/rconspiracy. Kyle McDonald said, this is good Reddit sub to contribute to. There are fake Flat Earth subs on Reddit, by the way. Okay, interesting. Richard Hendrickson, a friend of mine just posted a pic of a full moon with the sun behind it. Could you please post that link? And I'm going to take a look at the Reddit flat world is flat. By the way, blonde in the belly of the beast. Oh, okay, I see memes showing up. Excellent. Blonde in the belly of the beast. We all know who she is, right? Well, on her Twitter account, she started making posts about flat earthers. And guess what she did? She linked to the flatearthsociety.com or whatever that. She linked to the fake flat earthers. I mean, how sick is that? Nobody thinks they speak for or represent anything. It's obviously a shill group. But why did she go? Her first response was... Her first response when we were actually in there was, oh, flat earthers are Nazis. And now she's pointing to this. That's why I say a lot of these people who appear to be alternative media, who appear to be rising up in response to fake news, are in fact controlled opposition because they're pushing all the party lines. Somebody said Elon Musk just spoke on the video. What did he say? Did he say, nuh-uh, it's not a balloon? Stephen Fetzer Clark, one volcano spews more carbon into the atmosphere than man has done in all time. Exactly. Okay, so I see Fepe on the boats going over the horizon. This is Reddit. Oh, this is a good meme. Holy crap. If ships disappear over the curvature of the Earth, why can I see them with this zoom lens? Exactly. That's solid work. So make sure that whenever you see these posts or these memes, make sure you save them and share it, tweet it, and use the right hashtags. And whenever I tweet anything at all, I always go at and I send it to Elon Musk. I send it to basically anybody, sometimes random. So if you're just stepping in, right now we're presently making some posts over at the Reddit for Flat Earth. Here's a good one. Name a bigger prostitute than Joe Rogan. That's a tough one. Oh, it's a video. Oh, I see. Jesse Spots. You know, Joe Rogan and Alex Jones really don't have a harsher critic than Jesse Spots. Little Flatty says the launch was nominal. Is that what he said? The Flat Earth Subgenie says a Rothschild and Elon Musk news followed me yesterday. Daily Plane, yeah, I got all the memes you sent me. By the way, this weekend I'm setting up this website that we have. It's called the Flat Earth Consortium, and that'll be your go-to location for folders of memes to download, all of the events so you can register for them. It'll link you up with the Flat Earth Associated Press, like the dailyplane.com, the Flat Earth Report. By the way, the dailyplane.com has announced that the billboard saying Research Flat Earth, the 20-foot by 60-foot digital billboard, will go up outside of the Philly airport this Wednesday, June the 6th, and it will be up for 1 week. They're saying 10,000 views, 7 or 8 seconds each time, 350,000 people will see it. Alright, thanks Flat Earth Subgenius for stopping by. We appreciate your comments. Jason Catton says, on SpaceX chat, they're saying that all Flat Earthers are Muslims. Now that's a new one. That's a new one. But seriously, you could make the case for a chronic flat Earth, and someone ought to. It'd be an interesting video. I'm thinking about doing it myself. Because it's unequivocal. Flat Trotter SS, LOL, haha, IPS. I agree. GMonk003, the mob seating is being called a mob trolling. Interesting, mob trolling. Let's look that up. Let's see where that phrase is used, because that's kind of a new one. Okay, liberal lynch mob trolling, how trolls ruin the internet. Okay, well, they underestimate us. If they think that what they see happening here is merely trolling, they are sadly mistaken. Yep, we're all Muslim trolls. According to Mike Cernovich, we're pedophiles. And we're Muslim trolls now. I guess we're waging some type of a flat earth jihad. John Lowe says, initiate a class action lawsuit against NASA. I agree. What's the status on the fortune cookies? I'm actually ordering the fortune cookies. In fact, tomorrow, during As the Firmament Turns, I'm going to be crowdsourcing what's going to go on the fortune cookies themselves. Now, there's 3 different messages per bag. They're individually wrapped, but I'm going to call the company and see if they can double it and do 6 different messages. I want a lot of variety. But if it's 2-sided, I won't be mad, because everyone will have hashtag flat earth on the back or whatever. Dave Roca says Osman was inviting people to report our live shows because of the raids. But these aren't raids. These aren't raids. All we're doing is we're watching. That guy's such a loser, by the way. Ugh. Seriously. My anti-fans, and they're ratcheting it up. They're creating 5, 10, 15, 20 clones of me per day. How dumb is that? And that shows you what they fear. What they fear is the individual willing to speak the truth, even if they're getting a bunch of feces flung at them 24/7. And I say, if you're going to be here at the tip of the beak, you've got to be unflappable. They called us ISIS, somebody said. Oh, nice, we are ISIS. Flat Earth Jihad, ISIS agents. See, to these people who are like, they're free speechophobes, to them, a truth bomb is as bad as a literal bomb being dropped on their house. Like, that's how bad they are. They're afraid of free speech. They're all fascists. I'm hoping that you're recording this, Ellison, or anybody else. If you have screen cap-o-matic, please capture it. Please, we want to hear these people. We want to see the chats. We want to know what they're talking about, but Monique says he's the epitome of a douchebag. Now, I don't know if you're talking about Elon Musk or the troll that's watching our channel, but in both cases you are correct. Flat Trotter SS says Rogan is a NWO blimp. Yeah, he's a cylindrical blimp in the shape of a schlong. Archetype Existence, you should definitely go with Twitch gaming streams cross-platform. You won't have to deal with TOS issues. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. We are doing that. But I wouldn't describe, like what we're doing right here. We're looking at other websites and talking about it. Is this criminal? And the fact that these losers think that we're committing crimes shows you how pathetic they are. Listen, the guy who's watching over us and telling on us, this little authoritarian brat, he's the one who raids live streams and shuts down conversations, posts internet porn on people's live streams, doxes people. He drops their personal information. They posted my mother's address. They dig through public records to find, if you've got a DUI, they're going to plaster it everywhere and say, don't trust this guy. When he was a teenager, he got drunk. These people are insane. So we have a new rule here, which is we have to focus on what's going to be in 3 months. So if you think about what's September 2nd going to look like, and when we focus on what we want to have at that time, what we want to have accomplished, how much progress, we can already filter out that to get there, it is not necessary for us to pay any attention to the thought police or the trolls. I just write them all off as flying monkey, government shills, cucks for the New World Order. Not worth paying attention to. Thanks, Joseph Lynch. Appreciate that. Let's see, who else is here? Undead Mage. Interesting how there was much hype about the movie Manchester by the Sea and then the Manchester bombing. Yay, yeah, predictive programming. You caught it. Good work. Monique, I was referring to the troll who doesn't deserve being named today, but he knows that we know who he is. He looks like a leprechaun. He tried to dox me today. Yeah, well, he's made threats against me, death threats. In fact, I have his phone number because he called my phone. IPS, we're doing another intervention. Cool. I'll take a look. But these anti-free speech Nazis, I've encountered them really for the last 10 years since I've been online. There's a segment of the population that's very puritanical. What Orwell called moral busybodies. Flat Earth says stop using the word raid. Exactly. See how they police our thoughts. We can't even use words. Like, I could go say, let's go spread the plague. You know, we can say that, but we can't use the R word. Why is that? Like, you're letting them get to you if you let them police our thoughts. We're going to go burn down a chat room. We're going to go cover the chat room in gasoline and literally set it on fire. See? Now, we know that makes them wet their pants and they get mad, but they can't do anything about it. They feel impotent. What's up, Snack? I almost trust... Well, actually, I do trust it. We already established that. Sorry for taking away your wrench. I'll go ahead and add a new one for you. One moment. We have 370 people watching right now. If you don't have a wrench, you need to have one. The reason why is we need you to be able to share links, share content, recommend videos, as well as maintain order. A polite society, what they say, actually it's an armed society, it's a polite society. The idea is that if all of us have a wrench, we don't have to get distracted by the trolls, because one troll can do a lot of damage, and two, we maintain the quality control so we can stay on, focused on our tasks at hand. And two, I can't watch the chat and talk and work and monitor these antisocial personality types. What's up, Bill Hake? Thank you for that. And here, you are now a mod. NASA Scum says, wrench me, no commies on Flat Earth. I love it. Yeah, there are 6 types we don't allow on Flat Earth. It used to be 5. It used to be 3. It used to be 1. It seems like every single week there's another banned demographic in this chat room. And it's not coincidental that every week these chats get better and more effective and more entertaining and more productive. So it used to be we banned Bible thumpers. Then we banned globe thumpers, then Mein Kampf thumpers, then commies, then naysayers, and now we've had to go so far as to say anybody posting links or drawing attention to trolls, we've got to kind of silence that activity as well. But if you have a wrench, you've been vetted, but you're not 100% above suspicion. We do feel that it's important that we do not let anyone get through our ranks again. It does a lot of damage, so it's better for 10 innocent chatters to get banned than for one troll to get free. Next order of business here. Good shot, Toto. Toto call. Good shot. Quick on the draw. So one of our purposes now is to reach out to people who are, we think, reachable, who aren't totally lost, and that would include the self-proclaimed purple pillars. I'm sorry, red pillars. I slipped. Red pillars. So we have revoked the red pill for all non-flat earthers. So if you go hashtag red pill and you see somebody talking about how red pilled they are, ask them a couple of questions. Like, how many kids died at Sandy Hook? Does the media lie? Do scientists lie? Do you trust Anderson Pooper Scooper? Is Bill Nye a scientist? And if they fail any of these tests, then they're not reachable. They're not even red pill. They're purple or blue. A lot of them are just straight up blue. They're not even halfway open. If they don't acknowledge the psyops, they're entranced. They're enslaved by the beast matrix. And so what we're doing is reaching out to them and saying, hey, you're no longer a red pillar. You've got to look at this whole thing. If you haven't been able to deconstruct NASA by now, you're inadvertently serving the cause of big government. And a lot of these people who are red pillars consider themselves to be against global warming. They see it as an eco-fascist takeover, but they still believe in the globe. They don't see the connection. And so our job is to reach out to them. Ian Tinsley, did you see the Pope calling Mr. Trump a flat earther? Replied, oh yes. I'll be covering that. See, the Pope is a green Pope. He's a Marxist Pope. He's a Jesuit Pope. He believes that nationalism has to go. He says that capitalism is the devil's dung. I mean, that guy is a horrible, horrible human. Don't want to call him a human being. It's a horrible creature, a horrible demigod. Because listen, he's infallible, and he is the Antichrist. Pope Francis is an Antichrist. Now, I don't mean it in the sense of the movie Antichrist, like Damien. I mean in the sense that it's the original term of the word, which means he is the stand-in for Christ. He's the vicar of Christ. David Thompson says Balloon X equals fraud. I like that, Balloon X. I'm going to start using that. Now, the Pope is all about a one-world government. They already have the one-world religion, and he runs it. It's called heliocentrism. It's sun worship, state idolatry. As it's been, this is just how they've always rolled. But now they disguise it with science, and they tell you it's a religion. Look at what they're doing. They just sent a rocket into space. What did you really see? You saw the obelisk from St. Peter's Square, representing the phallic sun god, go into heaven. Space is fake. Outer space is fake. Like they sell you on this idea they can send you to space just like the priest could guarantee your ticket to heaven. They sell indulgences with carbon taxes. They've taken every component of their old mind control system and just gave it a sci-fi veneer. They replaced the ever-watchful angels that we can't see that spy on our every move and report to God with satellites that do the same crap. They replaced original sin with the carbon footprint. So you're born as a tumor on the side of Mother Earth, and you have to atone for it. And you atone for it by living green, embracing asceticism, rejecting worldliness, consumerism, and embracing this idea that you ought to live to minimize your impact on the Earth. That's pathological altruism, because you're doing it to save the planet. You're renouncing selfishness to save the planet. It's the same idea of purging yourself of original sin by not being, quote, worldly. See, they're using this thing to attack capitalism these days because they don't want competition. The elite parasitic control freaks, they don't want a middle class. They don't want upward mobility. They want you at the bottom as slaves, and then the gods, the golds at the top. And then they got all the sellouts in the middle to regulate you, the shepherds. The wolves in shepherd's clothing, the Alex Joneses, the Joe Rogans, the Bill Nyes, all the different politicians, that's what they do. That's what they're born to do. That's why you can't trust them, and that's why we're not looking for celebrities to validate this thing. This awakening is grassroots. It's from the bottom up. It's in fact, there's a really good name for it. I think it's... I'll get into that later. This is an entirely different topic. I want to stay on focus. So hard to do, though. So whoever asked about the fortune cookies, tomorrow during the broadcast, as the firmament turns, we're going to crowdsource what's going to go on the fortune cookies. David Aroka says, Astro Nuts. IPS, speaking the truth again. Listen, kids, thank you, Jer Serenity. Nice to have you here. I realize you just stepped in. They actually pulled off a SpaceX launch. Well, they broadcasted a movie. And at the end, they admitted it was a movie. Tacitly, anyway. They said, thank this company for the wonderful CGI artistry. But the first one, we crashed it. We crashed it. They blamed it on a 9-mile-per-hour hurricane. Because they know that we know it's a blimp, and they're deleting all of our comments that mentions it's a blimp. And because we're calling it out as a blimp, and because we're criticizing it, the thought police are monitoring these chats and reporting us for having the wrong opinions, or wrong think, as they call it. We're thought criminals. Every single one of you, you're heretics, you're thought criminals. And the Ministry of Truth has its minions out there taking names, trying to find out who you are because they want to shut you down. Think about how pathetic and psychotic that guy is. I mean, I don't even think that Ted Bundy is as crazy as that fuck who shall not be named. The fuck who shall not be named. Because it's against our rules. But honestly, I find it just, I don't know, incomprehensible. Like, I've never been that obsessed with regulating strangers on the internet. What a moral busybody. If he's not paid by the government, he's got a severe narcissistic personality disorder complex and should not be trusted with sharp objects. Or trusted to babysit your kids. I bet he buys like a whole lot of socks. Like he has like 10 or 15 sock drawers just full of socks he's never worn. He's got some bizarre foot fetish. They all do. Yep, hashtag BlimpX, I love it. And if you don't mind, in a show of solidarity, your Triggered has done it too, go ahead and replace your avatar with the beautiful penguin, the Emperor Penguin, FEPE. By the way, FEPE is also an acronym. It stands for Flat Earth People Are Everywhere, or Flat Earth People Everywhere. Dodge Den says we want his phone number. No, I will not be doing that. I don't dox people. I don't stoop to that level. They do. Don't forget the $5,000 troll. Hey, actually, you know what? He earned a little bit of my respect. I know which one you're talking about, because he called me, and we talked about it. And the guy is not a dogmatic baller. He's just kind of in the gray area, and he's kind of just chilling out on the sidelines. He said he doesn't believe in a lot of the things that they tell us. He doesn't even believe railguns exist. He still believes in the ball, but I don't think he even cares. But anyway, he clarified that he's not a total mind-controlled zombie, so I kind of somewhat have some degree of respect for him. Caroline says, FEPE sounds like a secret code word. It is. It is. And by the way, he is the new iteration of Pepe. Pepe is no longer relevant or welcome here. In fact, one of the things you have to do when you start sharing these memes is use the hashtag PEPE. You want the people who worship that stupid frog to come into contact with his replacement. Dodge Dan says Ebola is fast, but IPS is faster. Exactly. See, he is the next iteration of Pepe. So I was thinking about what we could do today, or what needs to be done as far as memes. I came across this phrase today that sums up the behavior of some of our trolls, by the way. They're cry bullies. If you just arrived, this 379 watching, one reason you might want to just go full red pill, put down the blue pill crack pipe, and go full flat earth is because once you're on flat earth, you no longer have a carbon footprint. I mean, how would that be? You don't have to recycle anymore. You don't have to feel bad about how much trash you generate. You don't have to feel bad about being a consumer. You can drive a big car, gas guzzler. You can do whatever you want. You know, don't become an ascetic, pathological altruist because the cult of heliocentrism told you to not be worldly. Look at the golds, look at the silvers, look at the pathetic elites and how they live. They have a different standard, and they don't think that you should be able to live with their standard of living. Al Gore, the man bear pig, has an air conditioning bill that's probably bigger than the entire air conditioning bill for the state of Florida. I mean, that guy's carbon footprint alone, if he just killed himself, you know, he would lower the temperature by 2 degrees. If what he's saying is true. And he ought to. He ought to crucify himself for Mother Gaia. These people are all talk, no action. Thanks, Roman. Here's your wrench. You are now a mod. Please share links. And get rid of the ones who you know we need to get rid of. We don't need to list them again. But at the top of the dung heap, we do need to point out that it is the naysayers who are most unwelcome here. Snack to the Future says Fepe for Emperor. He is an Emperor Penguin. And remember, the Emperor Penguins, they guard the outer ring. And so, you know, it's not a coincidence that we've gone with this particular symbol. Speaking of which, let's see. For those of you who just arrived who may have missed out, the Research Flat Earth billboard is going to go up on Wednesday. And so Monday and Tuesday, we're going to do a couple of live streams where the focus will be contacting or getting phone numbers for news agencies in Philly. You know, local newspapers, news tips desks, and letting them know, hey, WTF with that billboard. It says the world's flat. What are we going to do about it? You know, kind of like act like you're somewhat outraged by it. So that's going to go down. It's a go. And then also I want to get in touch with the crew from Denver who are going to be doing a billboard there. They're going to crowdfund it. They already have the crowdfund me account set up, so we're going to also support that. I'm going to start taking artwork. I'm going to give you all who have signed up and registered for the art show, I'm going to give you an address to send the work to. That's going to be tonight, and I'll start receiving it all June. And as the work is received, I'll build up the online store where your work will be listed, because we're going to make sure it sells. It's going to be available to a worldwide audience, or plane-wide audience. DailyPlane.com says, I think Fepe would look really handsome on a billboard. I do too, but I was just, I thought about that, but honestly, with that face, it would cause a pile-up. I wouldn't want to be responsible for that. I'm not going to say no, but just a caution. I mean, you've seen the thing's eyes. That that would take my eyes off the road. But he ought to be on a number of products. If you have any private label products, like I think I might even put his face on the fortune cookies. Here we go, Ace McLeod, billboard ideas and donations. Let's see where you're at with that. We would like to know, or I would like to know, the address. So the fundraiser is for a flat earth billboard for Colorado. They're at $105 of their $6,000 goal. We're going to design and display a billboard off Colorado Highway to be seen by thousands. We could sure use your help. Please submit your ideas to flatearthcolorado@gmail.com. The best submission will win $100. For over 2 months, a group of us have met at a coffee shop in Fort Collins, Colorado to discuss flat earth and other forbidden topics, sharing our discoveries and the realization that the earth is indeed flat, that should be in all caps, has to be shared with others in a non-confrontational manner. A billboard revealed to the public on one of Colorado's busiest highways is the project our group has chosen. Please donate to our project to help create flat earth awareness around Colorado, with the hope this idea will spread far and wide. Think of all the stories and reactions it will generate for the flat earth movement. Please share with us your thoughts and ideas on what this billboard should say. You could be a participant in helping to write and design this historic awakening event. Please share this campaign, and I'll go ahead and tweet it. Now, what I would like to know is, as soon as you've called around to specific companies and you know the prices, let us know what kind of views these things will get. Like what thedailyplane.com did is he called around and he found one that was going to be viewed, they estimated, 350,000 times over the course of a week. And those types of details really get people involved. They want to hear how this thing develops, but when they hear these details, I think you'll get more contributions, and I think you'll reach your goal. And we want to know, how long will this be up for? Is it going to be up for a month? 2 months? Is it going to be near a place where, we all know details, but you ought to get on the live stream with me and talk about it. You want to call in? Anybody pushing the billboard? Which is an awesome idea. Someone else mentioned skywriting, which I think would also be cool, but we'll look into that too, skywriting. Well, here we go, $100 for the best billboard. Just go over, I'm putting the link again. If you don't, see, it has only 2 shares. Let's see if we can get that up to like 50 shares. And there's your links. One moment, please. I'm going through my list of other things. Okay, so tomorrow we're going to come up with the cookies. We got okay, Warriors the Plane. I removed your wrench by accident. I was actually banning somebody else. Friendly fire. There you go. Please like and share that link. Put it on Twitter. Put it on Facebook. I'll be doing the same. The one that we had done first, the one at dailyplane.com, I think it had been shared like 60 times. FlatEarth.1. David Blackson, here's your wrench so you can share it. If you have any content to share, any websites, just let me know. I'll give you a mod status so you can share it. Rosie Finn, looks like, I don't understand what your comment is. Any winemakers in Flat Earth? I don't know. Billboards on buses and bus stops and taxi cabs. Now that's a good one. Whoever brought that up. Billboards on buses. Well, if you call these companies, they'll tell you what kind of exposure you're expected to get. Because someone was saying, why don't you get a bunch of Facebook ads? And I think it's a good idea, sure. But I think we need to get outside. We need to get outside of the internet. Because, if there's a real world out there. And there are people who never go to YouTube. They don't use it like we do. They're totally busy. And we need to reach those people. And we need to make sure that Derek Nichols says, I tried to change my profile pic, but it doesn't seem to want to change. Maybe they banned the picture of Fepe. Like if you notice in the emoticons, they don't let you post images of a red pill. They turn it blue. DJ Wednesday, flat as a day-old beer. By the way, if you haven't gone to thedailyplane.com, hey, would you post the link to your site, Daily Plane? Where you have all the memes that people can download. There's like a sheet of Fepe memes that we all got to take a look at. Jay-Leno's Chin, I said research the globe. Did they block you for it? Isn't this something? Listen, if SpaceX was legit, if SpaceX was legitimate, would they be threatened by people accusing their rockets of being balloons? Here we go. Free paintings available at nasa.gov. That's a good one. One second, I'm sending a tweet out. Remember, mind your hashtags. Flat Earth, FEPE, but also don't forget, don't neglect, every tweet you send, use the hashtag Pepe. So the people who still think that Pepe is relevant can start to get used to seeing the penguin around. There's a new sheriff in town. In fact, and I'm no Dallas Goldbug, I don't make conspiracies lightly. I don't say that this person's that person, but kind of seems to me that Pepe might actually be. Maybe he got a nose job. Head Nada, nice to see you here. You should post a link to the Wrench Squad shirt. Truth bombs are like the Manchester bomb. No one died from either. Solid. I like that. Here we go. This is what we're looking for. So if you look at your monitor, you will see Fepe Memes, create your own, and has a meme generator linked to it. And so if you just click on one, Flat Earth inoculates you from Lyme disease. You only live on a spinning ball until you research Flat Earth. Trillions of dollars to explore space. Why would they lie? Exactly. Oh, look. Mystery solved. I used to be Pepe until I took the Flat Earth pill. The Flat Earth red pill. Okay, here we go. Dexter Valentine. I was at the mall the other day. It was completely empty with Fox News blaring over the loudspeaker. So I confronted a few people in the food court and asked them about Flat Earth thoughts on mall raids. Oh, about Flat Earth thoughts on mall raids. Yeah, that's an interesting question. Thoughts on mall raids. See, I was thinking that when it's going to be, I think the real opening night, I mean the art show is the month of July, but hold on, Toto Cult, is the stream down? Archetypal existence, yes, there we go. Please bookmark dailyplane.com. Sorry, I got distracted by someone's comment. They said that my stream was down. Now, when we're in town for the art show, there are a number of places I think a group of flat earthers should go visit. We are all going to be wearing the photo or painting t-shirt, the Math Boylan shirt. We're ordering a bunch of those. But I'm thinking we should visit the Dinosaur Museum. They have a nice cafe there. And then there's an atomic museum where they have all the bombs. Carl McDonald says, I'm starting to think that the Bill Clinton rape stuff is a double fake-out hoax intended to tie people up in discussing it. Yeah, I agree. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised one bit. I often thought, at the very minimum, that Monica Lewinsky / Naomi Wolf works for the Clintons, and that her job, like you said, I figured at a minimum, she was put there to distract people from the rapes and make them think he was just a philanderer. But it probably goes even deeper than that. Deeper than we want to know. Ace McLeod, fund somebody's personal hot air balloon with flat earth propaganda all over it. Now that's a good, okay, I know in Albuquerque they have the International Flat Earth Art Show. And they do have some balloons that share something. Ellen Zapeta says we need to spell plane correctly, not to be a dick. You know what? One of the things that's at the top of the dung heap is the naysayer. Sorry, bruh. I'm not going to go back and change everything. It's a little late for that. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Sorry about that. Okay, move forward. IPS, you're too busy for my crappy song, I see. Post a link. Post a link. What I do with all the emails, I get hundreds and I put them into folders and I go over them all at once. Caroline says they freaking control the conversations that people have by feeding them drama. It's disgusting how controlled people are. It's scary to see when you're outside of the matrix a bit. Yeah, you know, it was really clear on Flat Earth Assholes video where he went out to the Ann Coulter concert. Blaze, the shirt that's linked there, Nada Head, or Head Nada, she'll post a link to it. There we go, there's the Wrench Squad shirt. No, I didn't. Send me the link and I'll get the tracks. It's been a very busy month with the Billboard, the art show, and the news network. We're at the tip of the beak. Let's pierce the veil. Exactly. Am I saying Lewinsky is wolf? Hey, wouldn't surprise me one bit. Wouldn't surprise me one bit. But either way, Naomi Wolf has a very good presentation on fake news that you ought to watch, where she talks about how it is legal to make these movies and play them on TV news as though they are real, and politicians play along with it and the public falls for it. It is 100% legal. That's why people who still believe the mainstream media aren't worth confronting with this information really at all. Like, did you go from zero to flat? No. Most of you recognized false flag, false flag, false flag, hoax, 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 hoax. What's going on? Oh, now it makes sense. But if you're not there yet, it's just going to sound crazy. Like the moon landing thing. I've looked at the evidence for years, and I just thought it was a joke. I was like, why would you care? Then I learned about flat Earth, and I'm like, now it makes sense. Now I care. Now it's of interest to me. Now I'm paying attention. No north-south circumnavigation, says Derek. Exactly. None. And I talked to somebody on a live stream the other night. Here's something, by the way. Because we don't need to do mobs. We don't need big groups of people to get our message across. Go to these live streams like Tommy Sotomayor and others who have call-in numbers and call in. And so I was talking to one show the other day and he said something about his friend went to the South Pole. And I'm like, well, no. You know, he went south of South America and he attended a place. He went to a place that was called the South Pole. But that doesn't mean that's what it is. Nor does it mean that it's necessarily a continent at the bottom of a spinning ball. That's just what they tell you. Like, people aren't recognizing that they get lied to. We all know about fake news, but we got to pay attention to fake science now. Fake news, fake science, fake space, fake, fake, fake. Breaking news, fears of a new terror attack after a white van mows down 20 people on London Bridge. Unconfirmed reports of gunfire and stabbing. Yeah, we know what that's going to be. I don't mean to be an auto hoaxer, but you know, we ought to have a moment of silence for all the rubber dolls covered in theatrical blood and all the actors with crocodile tears. Let's have a moment of silence for the crisis actors. Roman Masternak, fake culture too. Yeah, you're right. You're right, and they have the agents, they have their plants, they have their agents of influence, their controlled opposition everywhere. It's not just in the media, it's not just in the radio, they have them in the universities. They have them on different boards of different corporations. They're everywhere. Everywhere you go, every church, every lodge, there's going to be somebody there whose job is to steer public opinion away from the truth and into the deception. And that's why if you really look at what they show on TV, it doesn't reflect what people actually believe or value or want to see. Nobody wants to watch 2 hours of people getting their brains blown out like on that Walking Dead show, where it's just nothing but headshot and blood and guts and murder. Nobody wants to watch that, but they've conditioned people to accept that that's an accurate portrayal of man as we are. It reflects their values, and it shouldn't. They mold us. No moments of silence on flat Earth, right? RGT hypothesis. Do you think there have been a possibility that astronauts have been put in a trance and suggest they've been in space while using some space-stimulating machines and they're oblivious to the truth? Occam's razor. I pull out my Occam's razor and I say, what's more likely? This massive deception that requires 24/7 supervision and high-tech mind control and has to be flawless, or they bought these scumbags off with a lot of money, hookers and cocaine. I mean, what's more likely? That you could find an actor for $1 million who will play a role for life, or that you're going to invest $1 million a week to control somebody's life and to cause them to act a certain way. Like, no, I've thought about that. I wanted to give them the benefit of the doubt. Maybe they're deceived, but no. They know human nature. They're all part of the same mutual blackmail societies. Donald Putnam says, I have a Pal Talk room in education that's flat earth. Please visit Zanner's research room. Pal Talk needs flat earth. What is Pal Talk? Flat Earth Today says, new. See Fepe guarding the ice wall on my channel. Here's your wrench. By the way, every single time a Fepe meme is shared onto the internet, a globe shill sheds a tear. Like, I'm going to get some coffee mugs that say, globe shill tears, because there's going to be a lot of that in the coming days. Frying Squirrel says, that's my plan for when I hit the lotto, hookers and booze. Yeah, that's what I think. I mean, RGT says, yes, search hypnotist. They are part of psyops in weird places, with drugs as suggestion as far as ambulance drivers and stuff. Interesting. Yeah, absolutely true, but Occam's razor is the tip of the beak. Exactly. I'm going to take the tip of Fepe's beak to your proposition, and I'm going to rule out anything more complex than just greed. Fepe's beak is the new Occam's razor. And look, it's sharp enough. Yep, they're a bunch of perverts. By the way, when we say perverts, we're not referring to your everyday globie who've been deceived. We're talking about people who know there's no curve, and they insist that they see one. Like Jimmy Kimmel. Jimmy Kimmel says he walks out on his back porch in Los Angeles, Hollywood, whatever, and he looks at the horizon and says, man, look at that curved ball earth. Jimmy Kimmel is a pervert. iFunny is meme central. Exactly. Paul is dead. Another pot potato says, just the tip though, IPS, just the tip. Oh yes, we are the tip of the beak. It was the tip of the spear, but now it's Fepe's beak, which is the new Occam's razor. There ain't no weed on Antarctica, says Chief Keef. I don't know. Hold on one second here. I mean, if they're willing to equip the Emperor penguins with lasers, they've probably got them hooked up with that as well. See, what I think is they hired the Emperor penguins to guard the ice wall, and the penguins have felt sorry for us over the years. You see the tears in his eyes? That's compassion. And I think that maybe they've kind of turned on their masters, and the penguins are here to set us free. And yeah, they'll probably smoke you out. Jimmy Curvert, that's his new name. Somebody needs to make that meme. Jimmy Kimmel is now Jimmy Curvert. I love it. Bill Maher's a Curvert as well. But let's go ahead and make that one. Jimmy Kimmel equals Jimmy Curvert with a K. There we go. Now it's real. Antarctic base, Fepe cares, ex-heliocentric says. There you go. Caroline says, is auto hoaxer a real term? It has to be. I refuse to go in. Yeah, originally it was a derisive term. Meant that people who called out hoaxes within 20 minutes called it a hoax. But if you followed the psyops long enough, and you follow the mainstream news, and you look at how they actually run and operate, you recognize that it is that bad. And not only that, but they have no obligation to the public to report the facts or accurately portray reality. They don't. And so it's not just the big shootings, the terrorist attacks, the bombings. It's not just all these fakes, like the Boston Hoaxathon, that we ought to look out for. You got to look out for all the little scams and hoaxes they pull. Like, for example, look up lottery hoaxes on YouTube. Look up Little Bo Peep's channel. I mean, holy crap. Apparently, she's been investigating this. And we all know that the lottery has often been used as a way to get the poor to pay taxes. It's just a way to take more money out of them, feed it to the big state. But what she has found is that the people collecting the winnings more than once, the people who are conspicuously lucky, are often well connected and they're part of the same networks. And so, in other words, lottos are totally controlled, and it's just a way to scam the public. And it can be, she's found, like, essentially actors on the news, actors pretending to win checks. in multiple places, showing up here and there. Just their job is, every few months, show up in a costume and claim your prize. Moreover, they're taking names from obituaries to collect the winnings under. I mean, insane amount of hoaxery and fraud. It's all over. And the media backs it all up. Mickey Rush says Bill Hicks is Alex Jones. Well, Alex Jones is Bill Hicks, and we don't know who Bill Hicks is, but yeah, one and the same. Cradle to grave controlled agent. Servant of the beast matrix, born into it. Happy to serve. Happy to sell out the human race. And anybody who thinks that Bill Hicks isn't Alex Jones hasn't looked into it. Just like with Flat Earth, you got into Flat Earth trying to debunk it. Well, I started looking into this, and I figured out that Alex Jones is Bill Hicks when I tried to debunk it. I said, there's no way it's true. That's dumb. Everybody says it's dumb. All the trolls say, don't look there. Don't look behind the curtain. It can't be true. It'll discredit everything. That's what they always say. Don't look behind the curtain. It'll discredit everything you've done. And that's a big psyop in itself. That's them trying to psych you out. It's like, I remember back when it was, don't talk about 9/11. You'll discredit our legit, or don't talk about MK Ultra or predictive programming. You'll discredit our legit research into 9/11 and JFK and Pearl Harbor. Then it's, don't look into false flags. Then it's, don't look into hoaxes. Don't look into crisis actors. Every time you find some new facet of the deception, every time you peel back a new layer of the onion and you see something else, you have these people around you to say, don't look any further. Stop right there. One step further, you lose all credibility. Don't listen to those people. Those are called thought police. Those are called naysayers. And we have a zero tolerance policy for naysayers and thought police. Zero tolerance. Toto Cult says Toto pulled the curtain. Exactly. Because the dog wasn't brainwashed like the humans. Chief Keef says reptilian REM clones run YouTube. Yeah, I can agree to that. Absolutely. And Twitter. And Facebook. Don't talk about David Chappelle being replaced. Yeah, don't talk about that either. But generally, when it comes to this stuff, I just go with the simplest explanation. I try to rule out unnecessary assumptions. And I err on the side of human nature, human greed, and corruptibility, rather than more ornate explanations for things. We don't need all those ornate explanations. It's pretty mundane. IPS, Fepe has an upside-down pyramid for a mouth. We are the Illuminati. Some people have said that if you turn him upside down, he looks like Donald Trump. Like he has Donald Trump's hair for his mouth. Others say it's Kraft cheese. Some see a mullet. Some think that he has Planet of the Apes hair. I agree to most of the above. He does have a chocolate mustache. Thanks, Joey. Appreciate that comment. Keep working towards the 100th monkey. Exactly. Let's make it so it's the 10th monkey. So every 10th monkey has a spontaneous awakening. Just join Twitter. Follow back. All right, Mr. Drobot. So what I'm working on, that's what I was going to talk about next. Really the final thing that I really need to go over at this time is the Flat Earth Consortium. So I'm organizing a website, the Flat Earth Consortium, where you will go there for listings of Twitter accounts to follow, YouTube channels to follow, live streams. You'll be able to see what live streams are there, and you'll have access to downloadable content that you can mirror, that you can share, videos, memes, etc. The Flat Earth Consortium. It'll also be a listing for all members of the Flat Earth Associated Press, all of the bloggers, and so it's going to be a one-stop place for you to get everything you need to get up to speed if you want to get more active with getting this out of the echo chambers and participate in the ongoing cross-platform Flat Earth intervention. The most important PSA that people will ever get. Beer Fetcher says make urinal cakes that say Flat Earth. Oh, that's cool. Private label beer urinal cakes. Let me go ahead and hit that one up. So as far as private labeling, I am actually interested in thinking about doing a Flat Earth toothpaste, non-fluoridated, of course. I am doing for sure, in fact I'm ordering them tomorrow after As the Firmament Turns, fortune cookies. Flat Earth fortune cookies. So you're going to open it up, you think you're going to get some type of, poorly translated ambiguous statement about your future, but nope. You're going to get some flat earth reality check right there in your cookie. No souls left behind, says Pneumonia Sickness. I agree. How about a Fepe plushie? Yeah, that wouldn't be hard to do. You know, private labeling products, one of the reasons why I think it's a good idea, anything flat earth related, is that it will fund this thing. And we need to find ways to fund all the content creators. You know, I was thinking about this the other day. I was like, what if I started a GoFundMe where we pulled together like $1,000 a month and just fed it into setting people up to operate a laptop computer 24/7 live stream? You know, how much would it cost to totally dominate the live stream scene, not just on YouTube, but on Twitch, Facebook, and otherwise? And then those who don't have their own content yet or aren't broadcasting 24/7, you'll have content from the Flat Earth Consortium, so you'll have full-time content. But then, like what ODD TV's been doing, he has 24/7 live stream, but sometimes he gets on there and directly interacts with people, which is what the future is going to be. No more dead air. No dead air on Flat Earth live streams. Flat Earth sticky tape, $5 on eBay. What's up, Miss Lassa? For those who just arrived, we watched the SpaceX launch. They were monitoring the comments, blocking people, eliminating Flat Earth super chats. They didn't like us using the word blimp and rocket in the same sentence. Way BMX, Pepe laughs at communists, Bible thumpers, globe cucks, and racists. Exactly. Hey, Pepe is a globe cuck. In fact, we ought to list Pepe on the list of purple pillars, Durple pillars to confront. In fact, our goal should be to not kill, but render him obsolete. I think we can pull that off. Like, what we need to do is go to where he is, where his fans are, every chat room, every YouTube page, every Facebook fan page, and flood everything Pepe with Fepe. Agree? Blah blah Tuesday, can we give Fepe a last name? My vote is Sanchez. Someone said something here. The penguin is mightier than the swordfish. But yeah, we're going to go after the frog. Are you all in? Make Fepe stickers. People would buy them and stick them in public. Yeah. Okay. Okay, good. Sticker Mule's good. Sticker Mule, makestickers.com. Zazzle's good, high quality, but they're more expensive unless you're a paid member, which is $10 a month, but it gives you all kinds of stuff. Free shipping, gift discounts. Recommendations on stickers. I'm going to say makestickers.com or Sticker Mule. And one thing else, if you start producing stickers and shirts and all that, send me an email, infiniteplanesociety@gmail.com, and we'll see if we can get you on a storefront, and you'll get listed on the Flat Earth Consortium. So, like, if you have stickers, let's say you have 3 different bumper stickers and a T-shirt, there's no reason why you shouldn't go to Big Cartel, open a free storefront, list those items, and then have that listed on the store, and then put it underneath your video live stream, so people wanting to support you don't have to just support you by watching dumb ads. They can click on the links and buy stickers. Context marketing, contextual advertising. And these things, there's a lot of people say, we don't want products, we don't like commerce. There's a lot of commies that we got to address sometimes. And it's just like, tell me what's wrong with Flat Earth stickers all over the place. Tell me how that's a bad thing. Makestickers.com is cool, exactly. Love them. You don't need to set up a store. But I'm saying if you go to the trouble of making the designs and you own some, you may as well set up a free store. My flat Earth dictionary is almost set up, says lickety split. Awesome, sounds good. Lee Krentz, yes, we are at the tip of the beak. And Occam's razor has now been replaced, so we now refer to Occam's razor as Fepe's beak. Cut away all unnecessary assumptions and go straight for the truth. Ace McLeod, in London hoaxes, they fly around in Masonic logo helicopters. Who's the man with the Flat Earth plan? Fepe, that's right. Fepe Le Pew, Flat Earth addict. Earther Media, the name of the network for driving. Yeah, Earther Media, I like that. It's called Operation Mockingbird. Are you familiar with Operation Mockingbird? Corey Witten says, I hope you have an assistant. You sound very busy. I do have an assistant. There's 376 watching right now. So as far as this decentralized media network, what we're really looking at doing is this. Let me put it up on the screen here for you. Operation Mockingbird. Allegedly a large-scale program of the United States Central Intelligence Agency that attempted to manipulate news media for propaganda purposes. It funded student and cultural organizations and magazines as front organizations. So that's what I'm talking about. It goes on to say they recruited leading journalists into a propaganda network and oversaw the operation of front groups. This was exposed in '67, but Operation Mockingbird is what they call this thing. And so what we're doing is the same thing, but it's spelled B-Y-R-D, as in Admiral Bird. And that's going to begin, well, it's already begun. It's already started. It actually started with before, but now it's just getting more organized and it's spreading out. And one of the reasons for doing this is it's going to make it impossible. It's going to make it impossible. Hold on one second. Hey, listen, don't post the links to the shill channels. Don't post links to shill channels. All these channels that I'm reporting, do not give them any attention at all. They've all been reported. If you post them, I'm going to have to temporarily ban you until I can determine that you're not a saboteur. No enemy propaganda. Like I said, no thumpers, no commies, no naysayers, and no sharing the names of trolls or links to their bullshit. Because right now their operation is trying to shut us down by going after us personally. They're trying to get us to shut up by putting our faces, our names, our addresses, making personal threats, and I'm not cool with that. And I don't want to give them any attention. So if you post links to any of those, I'm going to assume you're working to them, for them, unless you send me an email at infiniteplainsociety@gmail.com and let me know that you're not in the process of trying to screw things up. Like this guy who, please get rid of him for me. Mark Sargent says, Fepe is wearing a red Star Trek shirt, yes? Yeah, you weren't the only one that noticed. In fact, you're the second one to point it out. And we thought it was interesting because of Captain Cook, who explored the Final Frontier, who went around the ring, supposedly. And so like, is there a Captain Cook reference here to this Emperor Penguin guarding the boundary of our flat Earth? Is that a coincidence? I don't think so. What's up? You've been exposed. If you're with You've Been Exposed and you're commenting here, you're going to be given an honorary wrench, so you can post links to his channel, to his videos, anything you think that we must see. You're live right now. Okay, well I'm about to end, so we're going to go to your channel. Let's all follow back. See, he's giving me all these thumbs up. See how that's flying up? 220 now, 400 watching. If you're liking and sharing and thumbing up, it's just going to, this is one way we can use the numbers that we have to boost each other's numbers. So once he's done, we're going to reciprocate and go over to You've Been Exposed. Exactly, Bird is the Bird, Operation Mockingbird. What's up, Mixlix? I used to be a glove cuck, then I took arrow to my knee. What's up, Dreads? Okay, so we're heading over to 391 watching, 238 thumbs up. I appreciate the support here. Okay, I'm posting a link. We're going over to live right now. Okay, well I'm about to end, so we're gonna go to your channel.
He's talking about it. He's talking about it.
Follow back. See, he's giving me all these thumbs up. See how it's flying up? 220 now. 400 watching. All right, everyone. Thanks for subbing and sharing. See you at You've Been Exposed.
Yes, yes. That's
one way we
yes.